I'm Phil Sanov. Some of you know me. For those of you that don't, I'm the managing partner of Daly & Black Law Firm. We are a law firm of national elite trial lawyers. We help your clients get their claims paid. We are not afraid to go to trial. I love going to trial. We love our verdicts because that means the insurance companies know that we will take them to task and put out all the publicity about them. That means that they are willing to come pay top dollar to settle claims much more often than not, so that your clients don't have to suffer the time that it would take to go through the entire litigation process. I am very excited to be here. I am very grateful anytime I get to come and talk to folks. Is anyone here a little bit drained and fatigued of talking about insurance claims for a couple of days? Can I see a show of hands? Okay, is anyone in here lying to me that you're not a little bit drained and fatigued about talking about insurance claims for a couple of days? Are any of you simply not going to raise your hand for anything that I say? Okay, here we go. Now I got you. I'm starting in the middle of the presentation because this is the part where I move past talking about insurance claims. Depending on the time this takes, we may go back and get some of that, or if you want me to come and talk to you or your group and go over my presentation of All Words Matter, how to help get your insurance claims paid before you have to hire somebody like me or Cal or Sean, then my contact information will be at the end here. Get with me, we'll come do that. This picture of a finger pointing back at you means this is the part of the presentation where we start talking about working on you. A nice segue into talking about working on you, I want to highlight my man Sean Mata back here. Sean, can you stand and let people know who we're talking about? Everybody else gets a chance to stand later. A little bit of a preview. Sean is our Director of External Relationships. I call him my communications guy at Daly & Black. Sean, first event ever, first time ever talking about roofing, talking about insurance claims, talking about any kind of property damage, was coming to this event last year. Fresh off the boat, first time doing anything other than fitness, training, owning a gym, was coming to this event last year. Over the last year, from the catapult of being here, is now our Director of External Relationships. I call him my communications guy, is responsible in the last year for signing up over 20 million claims of your customers to help get paid so you can do the work, you can keep it going for them. Yay, Sean. I'm proud of Sean. If you're a contractor or public adjuster in this room and you don't know Sean, you'd be better off if you do. I encourage you to hunt him out. He's not hard to find. He'll become you and your client's best friend. My biggest encouragement to you, whether you are a contractor, whether you are a public adjuster, whether you're a lawyer, stop doing what doesn't work. If you're a contractor and you've worked the claim, you've gotten a denial, send it up to somebody like Cal, some of the other PAs in here. If you're a PA and you've worked it, you can't get it paid, send it up to Sean, send it up to me, someone like us. Stop doing what doesn't work. If you're a contractor, get back to selling roofs and building roofs. I can't do that. If you're a public adjuster, get back to negotiating and working the claims that are going to get paid for your contractor. I can't do that. Sean and I, we got no place else to go. We go get finality. We get the jury to tell us who's right and who's wrong. Move on. Stop doing what doesn't work. What matters most as a contractor? Sell a roof, build a roof. Move on. What matters most as a public adjuster? Get everything together, negotiate the claim, get it paid, let your people move on. In my world, what matters worse as a lawyer? I like verdicts. It's the fun part for me. My most recent verdict was in December, so it's taken me a while to get back into court, but the carriers are paying on the claims I'm working on because I got the verdict. Do what matters most. Small, simple steps. Don't get overwhelmed by all you've got to do on all the claims you've got. Don't get overwhelmed. The video guy told me avoid the corners. I'm trying. Don't get, there you are, brother. I'm trying. Thank you. Don't get overwhelmed by what you face every day. Small, simple steps. We all know the joke, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Take small, simple steps, you'll be fine, but you got to keep going. Some of you know that for many years I was coached within the Tony Robbins organization. I think there are enough people in here, some people in here that have enough age on them that they know who Tony Robbins is. One of the worst experiences of my life was when Tony offered me a job, and I was so excited about getting to not only be coached by Tony, but then to become a coach for Tony. I went to my daughter, I said, baby, Tony asked me to work for him. Tony asked me to help counsel. Tony asked me to help coach. My daughter, who at the time was 24, 25, this is about 5 years ago, broke my heart. Daddy, who's this Tony Robbins guy you get so excited about? I was crushed. I was devastated. If any of y'all in here don't know who Tony Robbins is, he was one of the premier guys, or is one of the premier guys, personal growth, coaching, that sort of thing. I spent some years working as a coach, as a counselor for Tony Robbins. Tony always talked about values. One of the things that we worked on coaching people, helping people overcome what's keeping them from being the best version of themselves, what's keeping them from being their best self, were the values. There are rules with values. There are values that we run towards. I want to be successful. I want to be a success. I want to be a winner. I want to be rich. And there are values that we run from. I don't want to be a loser. I don't want to be unsuccessful. I don't want to be made fun of. I don't want to feel disrespected. It held true with me, the people that I worked with, when Tony was coaching me. We put more emphasis, we put more importance on the values that we run from. People will work harder to keep from losing $100 that they already have than they will take a risk to get the $100 that they don't have yet. I'm not going to take that risk to get an extra $100, but you damn well I'm going to fight like hell. You ain't getting this $100 out of my wallet. You fight harder to avoid the pain, human nature, than you fight to get the glory. Now, when Tony was coaching us, it was, to be able to teach this, it was about an 8 to 10 hour day we spent with Tony coaching us how to coach this. When Tony coaches it at his 6-day seminars, that I don't have the luxury of time to go to anymore, it's about a day and a half of being coached. We're going to cover it in less than 5 minutes. We're going to talk about one value that we run from and one value that we run to. The most common value that people run from is being a failure. What are your values? What's holding you back? I don't want to be a failure. I don't want to fail. I don't want to lose. I'm going to set everyone in here up. It is within your control to never fail again. You control it. You're not going to get every deal. I'm not going to win every trial. Sean's not going to win every trial. I did lose one 10 years ago. Jury got it wrong. Shit happens. I'm going to teach you now, how can you control you will never be a failure again. The words you speak matter. You can control the words you speak. Those words will control whether you're a failure. Some of you may know this guy, Jesse Eisler. This came from a video that I think my man Sean sent me to start with. I'm going to condense the story so you'll have a better understanding of it. Jesse runs ultra marathons, these ridiculous 100-mile races, 100-mile runs. Jesse tells the story, he's at mile 82. He's cooked, he's done. He is not going to finish this race. His pacer comes up next to him. What's wrong with you, Jesse? I'm done. I'm cooked. I'm tired. I got nothing left. Pacer says, repeat after me. Say it out loud, Jesse. I don't get tired. So, I am tired. I'm done. We've been 82 miles. Say it with me, Jesse. I don't get tired. It's amazing. It's a miracle. I don't get tired. Jesse started saying it. Jesse comes up to an aid station. Pacer tells him to set it. Excuse me, Mr. and Mrs. Aid Station people, it's amazing. It's a miracle. I don't get tired. Jesse spoke the words into existence because the words we speak matter. Sean and I started a little text message back and forth. It's amazing. It's a miracle. We don't get tired. You're having a bad day. You're not getting through it. Say it to yourself. It's amazing. It's a miracle. I don't get tired. I can prove that Sean is amazing and doesn't get tired. He went and ran the damn race with Jesse. The hilliest half marathon in the world, 13.1 miles up and down a freaking crazy elevation hill in Jesse's backyard. The whole time. It's amazing. It's a miracle. I don't get tired. It'll work for you too. How can you learn not to ever be a failure? We set up rules. Small, simple steps, rules. Very simple rules, very easy rules. On being a success or a failure. I need everybody in here to stand up, please. Give me a few more minutes. I need you to stand up. Shake it out. Breathe it up. Tony helped me understand that even when I lost that trial 10 years ago, I was not a failure because I gave my best effort. I did everything I could. I went above and beyond, the late nights, the early mornings, putting my feet right up on the line of the rules of evidence, rules of procedure, being outrageous in court. The jury still got it wrong. I'll never understand it. I knew that I wasn't a failure for not winning that trial because I gave my best effort. So I told myself, as the rules set up, I only fail if I decide to quit. I didn't quit. I kept trying cases. I wasn't a failure. Anytime something doesn't go my way, I only fail if I decide to quit. All of you in here, my gift to you, repeat after me. I only fail if I decide to quit. I only fail if I decide to quit. Give me some feeling, people. I only fail if I decide to quit. Now you're not ever going to fail because you're not going to quit, right? Okay, have a seat. Now we're going the other way. We know how not to be a failure. How do we know we're a success? Anytime you give your best effort, you are successful. You're not going to get every deal. If you're a roofing contractor, every client's not going to sign that you go to, although Cal doesn't let people knock doors. Every lead that you get somehow, you ain't going to get. I learned 10 years ago, thankfully not since then, that I'm not going to win every trial. But anytime I give my best effort, I am successful. What are you people doing sitting down? Back up, back up, back up. Let's go. This is a gift. My second and last gift to you is to teach you how to always be successful. Anytime I give my best effort, I am successful. Repeat after me, please. Anytime I give my best effort, I am successful. You know we do things in threes. Anytime I give my best effort, I am successful. Come on, people, give it to me. It's the last one. Give me some volume. Give me some energy. Anytime I give my best effort, I am successful. Okay, we're about done. Have a seat. Good work. If you need encouragement, if you need inspiration, motivation, anything of that nature, I post a 60-second inspirational video every morning, all social platforms. If you're not on any social platforms, go to YouTube, Phil Sanov channel. If you're not willing to do that, get with me. I'll post my contact information. Give me your cell number. I will text you the video every morning. This is about you. This is about you doing you. The most important story in the world is the story we tell ourselves about ourselves. Make sure you're telling yourself the right story. Tell yourself the story that you only fail if you decide to quit. Tell yourself the story that anytime you give your best effort, you are successful. God knows where that story will take you. Make sure you get there. I know you can do it. I'm Phil Sanov. I'm not hard to find. It's been my pleasure to speak with you. Make sure to thank the speakers. Make sure to thank the conference putter honors. And I'm out.